Okay, let's start our session. Next time you join, you might want to just forward to the live movement because of the audio test I do initially. You might see some, blank space. So go ahead and stand in Tadasana, hands in prayer position. And bring your attention to your breathing. Releasing your hands. Let's go ahead and warm up. So look over your left shoulder and your right and try this few times. Back to neutral and look up. As you inhale, exhale down. Slowly working your neck. Come back to neutral and rotate your head in one direction. Okay, and in the other direction. And back to neutral. Work your arms, opening the arms as you inhale, exhale as you close. As you open the backbones into each other, exhale, close your arms a few more times. So as I was saying earlier, whenever you join, you might see just some few minutes of empty space. Go ahead and you can fast forward to the very beginning. You don't have to wait for that pause, that's what I mean. So now let's go ahead and work the arms up and down a few times. So all these movements, try to do it very consciously, okay? This is your opportunity. Just don't want to be in a class and you rush through everything, okay? That's not what we want to do. So let's go ahead and do Tadasana, mountain. So bring your arms up, point your index fingers up at the ceiling, crossing the other fingers. Now as you hold your arms up, you want to feel that nice gentle stretch into your fingertips. And as you inhale, feel the breath and the energy rising, reaching the fingertips. As you exhale, letting go. You do this consciously. You're working a lot of things here. For example, your chest muscles, your ribs. You probably didn't work them throughout the day actually. So take this opportunity, let them get some activity. So how do you make sure you are not rushing through anything? The key to that is to be slow, purposeful in each posture. We hold each posture for about 8 to 10 breaths. And slowly release, okay? So that will give you about 50 seconds or so approximately to hold it. Now let's go ahead and bend to the left. So as you bend to the left, right arm up. Keep your head up and your hips should be still above the feet. So you're not bending from the, you're not bending your legs actually, okay? So it's only from your hips up, you have that lateral bend. Nice, easy breathing. All these stretches, you should not, exert too much. It has to be a nice, light stretch, which still permits the circulation and, all the blood to do its work. And come back to neutral. Alright, now let's try the same bend on the other side. So bending to the right, left arm up, hips stays above the feet. You can slightly turn your head looking at the ceiling. And release. Okay, we're just getting started, starting to get warmed up. Let's get into a stance. We'll slightly extend our standing posture session today. Get into a stance, feet about left foot to the side, right inside. So your chest and trunk stays flat and facing the front. Arms up parallel to the mat, look over the left shoulder. So this is one of the variations of hero actually, okay? And your legs, you got to feel them light. You don't want to tense them. Why? The circulation needs to do its job. You got to feel that energy flow through. As you inhale, gently feel that energy moving, almost lifting you up. As you exhale, release. Releasing the energy, letting go of it. So try this, holding 8 to 10 breaths. Your eyesight on the fingertips in front, it's called the drishti, right? Drishti should be on the fingertips, as though you're hanging on to that fingertip. And it helps you let go of all the tension. So as you breathe, feel what that breathing does to you, the energy, right? It kind of cleanses inside, releases tension. Care of your body as well as your mind here. Now you want to rotate your hips, square with the legs, and raise your arms up. This is another variation of the hero. Again, try to release tension in the legs. Now let's work the knees a bit, okay? So you're going to bend your knees and the front leg actually kind of assumes a inverted L. Your thigh, as much as possible, try to get it parallel to the mat. Again, just do whatever you can. See how your body responds and then adjust accordingly. And release, okay? Come back to neutral, shake your arms. It might be hard to hold your arms up, so anytime you feel like you can let go, taking a break and come back to resume the posture. Try the same postures on the other side, into a stance, right foot to the side, left inside. And arms first parallel to the mat. Drishti, fingertips in front of you. Hold and breathe. rotate your hips at the square with the legs and raise your arms up. So why is this called the hero posture? Because it reminds the hero of you. If you think about mythology, right? Hindu mythology, it is the goddess Durga, after her conquering the demon, she stands on top of him, right? And so you are kind of conquering your weakness. It reminds the hero within you. So if you have any challenges that you are facing, just remember that you can face it, you can handle it. You just need some reminder that you can do it. Now let's go ahead and bend that leg in front. And come back to neutral. Okay, release. Let's try one more standing posture. The hero, another variation. So you need a chair for this to make it easier. So go ahead and get a chair in front of you. And you're going to form a T with your body. Okay, you're going to stand on one leg. I'm standing to start with on my right. And I lean forward and try to get the other leg and the arm parallel to the mat. So hold and breathe. Try to lengthen your lower. So focus on shifting the weight onto the leg on which you're standing. Okay, so the chair is more like a guide. Why? Because this helps lengthen your leg. And release. I can bet you at the end of the day or tonight you're going to feel your leg sore. Just that simple 1 minute standing on it. Okay, so let's try the other side. So on the left leg, positioning yourself forming a T. And release. Okay, so that's a good posture, strength building posture for your leg. Okay, now balancing posture, the Vrikshasana tree. So you're going to stand on the right leg, bend the left leg into right. Eyesight on the ground in front of you. If you can, hands in prayer position or use a chair to support yourself. If you lose balance, don't worry about it. Come back and stand. And if you can't really stand on one leg, you can use the other leg to kind of help you stay balanced. Okay, so the other leg can be partially on the ground as well. So let's go and try the same thing on the left. You can even spread your arms if that helps you. And release. Okay, shake your leg. Now go ahead and do the chair. This is excellent posture to build strength in your knees. Go ahead and stand with your feet hip width apart and sit down halfway. Okay, keeping your knee cap tucked in behind the toes. Arms either up or in front of you. Okay, so try to lengthen your back, hold and breathe. Come back up. Shake your leg here around your kneecaps. You don't need to take any vitamin D or glucosamine to strengthen that joint actually. So this is just do it every day and you will see the difference. It has made a difference for me actually. Okay, so let's try one more standing posture and then some Surya Namaskars. Okay, go back into a stance. Left foot to the side, right inside. Arms parallel to the mat like in hero, and then you're going to reach down into that triangle. Try to keep your chest broad and open. And release. Foot to the side, left inside. Arms parallel to the mat and reaching down into the triangle. And release. Come back, shake your legs. Now let's try some Surya Namaskars. Let's go jump into the intermediate sun salutation. Come up to like 3/4 of your mat. Hands in prayer position. Inhale, back bend. Inhale, left foot to the back, lunge. And then downward dog. Hold your breath. And exhale, 8-point stretch. Inhale, upward dog. Downward dog, hold your breath. Right leg ahead, lunge. And exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, back bend, back to prayer position. Let's try one more time, okay? Inhale, back bend. Exhale, standing forward bend. Right foot goes back, this time lunge. Hold your breath, downward dog. And exhale, 8-point stretch. Inhale, upward dog. Downward dog. Left foot ahead, lunge. Standing forward bend. Inhale, back bend. Back to prayer position. Okay, release. Now let's get down to the mat. Let the breathing settle down. Try to keep your back up and straight. Lower back should be slightly inclined to the front, and then rest of the spine straightening up. Now take your left hand to the back, place it on the back as high as possible. Right hand from above reaching down if you can. Interlock the fingers or keep the hands moving towards each other. Up, chin almost parallel to the mat. Hold, breathe, engage the top of your lungs as you breathe. Release. Now this time right hand goes on the back as high as possible. Left, raise your head. Your left elbow should be pointing up at the ceiling. As much as possible you should try to release the tension. It's hard to start with, but see if you can work on it. Nice deep breathing. release. Okay, shake your arms. Now try the twist. So keep your legs still in easy posture and place the left hand on the outside of the right knee and turn to your right and back, hand resting at the back, closer to the back, so that your spine can be staying up. Both your sit bones should be in contact with the mat. So as you lean and turn to the right, you should not be leaning onto your right hip bone. Okay, sit bone. Contact as you hold nice deep breathing, feeling the movement along the spine. And come back to neutral. Turning to the other side now. So right hand on the outside of the left knee, turning to your left and back. Come back to neutral. Okay, you can actually get a deeper twist if you sit in half lotus or full lotus. But we'll skip that. We'll go ahead and stretch the legs in front and keep your hands rested on the back, fingers pointing away, and lifting your hips into the reverse incline. Okay. And as you hold, engage the top of your lungs as you breathe. So it's very active breathing. And release back down. Now let's try a variation of this. Okay, so go ahead and get your feet closer. Now as you inhale, you're going to raise your hips up, throw your head back. As you exhale, hips down. Okay, so you're working your spine here a few times as well as engaging your shoulders. This is part of the Tibetan yoga. About 5 times and release. Okay, let's take the pressure off your arms, stretch them, cross your legs, hold the right wrist at the back with your left hand, and you're going to bend towards your left knee. Hold and breathe. Come back to neutral, up to neutral. Switching hands at the back, hold the left wrist with your right hand and you're going to lean towards the right knee. Come back to neutral, bring your hands to the front, walk the fingers away, get a nice stretch in your back. Head down, hold and breathe. and come back to seated position, Sukhasana. Now go ahead and sit in a squat, feet about hip width apart. Bring your hands in prayer position, okay? So it's called the garland posture or the mala. So sit on the mat and try the boat. So to start the boat, first fold your legs at the knee. Use your hands to support yourself. As much as possible, try to lengthen your trunk, spine. If you can raise the arms up parallel to the legs. Yeah, release. So that is boat for you. Let's go and lie down on the mat. As you do so, let's pull the left knee into your chest, applying a good amount, healthy amount of pressure on the lower abdomen, lower left abdomen. Inhale, hold your breath, come up and expel the air quickly. Go back, inhale, come back up, expel. Try it a few times. As you expel, you can compress your abs gently. Now release that left leg and pull the right knee into your chest. Hold and breathe. Again, let's try that dynamic phase. Inhale, hold and come up and expel. And release. Both the feet on the mat, legs bent at the knees. Arms on the mat, palms down. Inhale, lifting the hips up into bridge. Exhale, release. To warm up the spine. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And inhale this time, hold the hips up, continue to breathe. Try to keep both the legs parallel to each other. I always use the strength in my legs to keep the hips up. This way it doesn't put any pressure on my back. So the back gets to relax. As I breathe, I try to engage the top of the lungs as much as I can. And slowly release. Okay. Now pull both the knees into the chest, lift the head up and rock on the small of your back. Bring both the feet now on the mat and drop each knee to its side. This will naturally lift up your lower back. Lift it. You can use your hands to gently press the legs down. So this is a hip opener, okay? So when you open the hip, you got to let that energy flow in there. As you inhale, feel the energy reaching down, energizing your lower chakras. So there are two chakras here. One is the Manipura chakra at the navel, which denotes the energy in you, the sun. And then the Swadhisthana chakra, which is about 4 finger widths below the navel. That is a seat for the results of past actions, our actions. So as we breathe, as we meditate, we can bring our focus to this Swadhisthana chakra. And if there's anything that is holding you from moving forward, it's a good time to dwell on it. Just observe what happens as that thought comes into the mind. As that thought comes into the mind, maybe a solution will pop up. Maybe you'll find some sort of closure. So that's the essence of Swadhisthana chakra. And slowly bring the knees back up. Okay, now stretch that right leg up on the inside of the leg and now try to press that left knee to the side. Again, this is, I want to try to keep it as vertical as possible, vertical to the ground. So it's pushing the upper leg ground. You hold this for 8 to 10 breaths, and if you want to, the other thing you can do is to try to straighten that left leg, okay, to whatever extent you can, okay. There's no competition here, you don't have to do any, just get that extra stretch in the calf muscles and then let go of that left leg. Now hold the right leg, right toe on the inside with your right hand, pressing the right knee into the side. Hold and breathe. Again, try to straighten that right leg to the extent possible and let go of the right leg back to the mat. Now let's try half candle stand. Okay, so what we do is we kind of modify this posture. You start with your legs folded, and what this does is to let your lower back rest completely on the ground. Okay, so that's important. So because when you raise your leg, you don't want to put pressure on your lower back. Now if you have any kind of back pain, anything in the past, you can just skip this posture. Otherwise, try to raise the legs. First stop at the halfway mark, hold and breathe. Remember, your lower back should be almost flat on the mat or flat on the mat. And then bring the legs to the vertical, and then try to lean the legs to the back, raising the trunk, supporting the trunk with your hands. So this is half candle asana. Okay, so you get that inversion. Why is this inversion necessary? Because the heart finds it easier to pump blood to the brain, or the brain receives more of the blood now because of the inversion. It's a good thing. So this is the half shoulder stand. If you are adept at shoulder stands, go ahead and perform the shoulder stand. In the shoulder stand, you just get both your trunk as well as your legs up vertical. Okay, you don't have to do this, I'm just showing you. Now slowly, as you release, this is the challenge, you got to slowly release each vertebrae at a time. Okay, so you're using your abs to support that movement, and then slowly release both the legs down. Okay, now let's practice some Shavasana. Go ahead and stretch both the legs out, slightly apart, feet falling to the outside, arms to the side. How much it should go to the side? Your upper back should be, fully rested. That's how you're in a good place, a good position. So Shavasana, what you do, you don't sleep. You maintain your awareness. You can keep your eyes open if that helps. So let's practice a visualization, exercise. What we do is, as we inhale, imagine the energy starting from the center of your chest, slowly reaching out, reaching the tips of the limbs, energizing the limbs along the way. As you exhale, you can just let that energy come back and get back to wherever it came from, as you exhale. So try this a few times. As you inhale, energy reaching out, energizing, cleansing, nourishing. As you exhale, it collects all the impurities, comes back to the center of the chest, and gets going back to the universe as you exhale. So practice this visualization a few times. So according to the text, about 10 minutes of Shavasana is equivalent to like a few hours of sleep. So now what we are going to do, slowly come back up. No sudden movement, back up. So what happens when you practice Shavasana, your body really relaxes, So you don't want to disturb that relaxation. So no, forming a fist or tightening the muscles. So gently let you come back to a seated Sukhasana. Hands on the knees, back of the hands resting, spine up and straight. Observe your breathing. Use a mantra if you like. So hum is a simple mantra, I am him. As you inhale, so. As you exhale, hum. Okay, and then let's end the class. Next time we'll practice more meditation and Uddayana Bandha along with Jalandhara Bandha, which we didn't do today, but we'll practice more time.